morning. My name is Miss Stephanie. I'm excited to say hi to all of you guys. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. I have a fine motor skills activity I'd like to show you if you guys are looking for something to do at home with your children. This is a cute way to do that. So the supplies needed is you can use a round paper plate. I have here some construction paper, red for the apple, green for the leaf, brown for the stem. If you do not have these items, you can use markers, you can use crayons or paint. Have your child paint them, and then we also have a bottle of glue. I have scissors. We're going to need that to cut out our shape of our apple. I have a marker, and I have a pencil, and I'm also using a cylinder. And the reason why I'm using the cylinder is because we want to create holes on our apple to where our little friend, the caterpillar, will be going into. And another thing too, I also have yarn. If you do not have yarn, maybe some sewing string, or if there's a pair of some old jeans, you want to rip off a piece of string off of that, be creative. Use anything that you have at home. The idea is to just create something with what you can and trying to do the best at it. Okay, so now we're going to start with our apple. Remember, if you do not have any sort of colored paper at home, your child can use markers, paint, or their crayon in order to color their apple. Since I do have the paper, we are going to glue that on our paper plate. And my glue's a little bit stuck. It has not been used for a while. So give me a second. I apologize. And we're just gonna spread that on our plate. Your child might even have a great time doing that. You can just use your index finger and spread it around. And we'll try to do that as quick as we can. All right, I think it's ready to go. So I'm gonna take my piece of paper, glue it on, and press gently around the sides and around the middle of our plate. All right, making sure that it's intact. Now we're gonna flip our plate over, and we are going to use our scissors, and we're just going to cut around our apple. I hope all of you guys are doing well at home, staying safe, making sure that your little ones are washing their hands, and that you are too. All right, so now that we've done that, our apple needs a shape. So we're basically just gonna create as if you're just doing a hill. If you feel comfortable using your pencil in order to draw it, you may do that as well. Just a little hill. And we're gonna cut that. All right, and then again, we're gonna do it for the bottom. Just going to make a little wiggly hill on there. And we're just gonna cut that. All right, so now that we've done that, we are going to cut out our stem. Just a rectangular piece is great. It can be as thick as you would like for it to be. And our stem. Not our stem, I'm sorry, our leaf. We're just gonna cut that out. However big you would like for it to be is perfect. Again, this is your creation, your craft. Since I have my glue open, we're just gonna lightly tap on that. And our stem, I'm just gonna borrow some of that and just place it on our apple. Now we need to make, now we are going to create little tiny holes for a friend to go in and out of. I chose to do about 5. So you can use maybe if you have just anything small at home. It could be a lid to maybe a seasoning that you may have at home. You can use that just to trace around little circles. So I'm gonna do 2 side by side and 1 in the middle, and 2 side by side. So basically you'll have 5 little holes. Now this is the part where kids should not really work on this part. we need for you to be very gentle with the scissors. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So I'm gonna gently pop this in, making sure that I have a hole that goes in between the paper and the paper plate. Just going to do it very gently. Watch your fingers. You want to maybe keep the blade away from your finger and just slide it in. And that allows you to squeeze your scissors around the circles that you have created. And I'll try to do that as quick and safely as I can. And if they are not perfectly round, that's okay. We're just going to do the best we can, right? We're all good for that. And apples are a great snack for you to have at home. To help to create these circles. I promise you this is probably the hardest part of it, but it is the main part when it's all completed. And my leaf and my stem is flying all over the place, but that's okay. And one more to go. Making sure I do not get my finger. Now that I have done that, I'm going to work on a few other circles. And these circles we're going to use to create our caterpillar. Now you can either do 3, you can even work on 4 if you'd like, however long you would like for your caterpillar to be. I'm going to do this little guy as he's going to be a 4. And here I'm just using a spongy green sponge, but again, you can just use whatever type of paper you have at home. Even if you don't have paper, if you have a cereal box at home, and that may also help for the paper plate, you can cut the back of your cereal box. That way it would give it some hold. It will help also with the durability of it. Making my little guy here. And the goal is for this little guy to fit through the holes. And so we're going to give him a face. I have my Sharpie here. This is what I'm going to use for eyeball. I'm going to just create a little eye and a smiley face. And your child can name him whatever name fits him. And so the next step that we're going to do is I'm going to take my yarn, and this is going to be our yarn that's going to attach our caterpillar friend to go in and out of our apple. I would say about a yard. So if you outstretch your arm out, that's about a yard, I'd say. And we're just going to cut that. And you can either use the glue or a piece of tape. I'm going to use this piece of tape here that I have on this other friend that I need, including a stapler. You can also use that as well. And we're just going to tape our string in. We're going to tie our end. I'm just going to move all of this aside so we're able to see what we're doing here. Pardon the mess. We're going to take our end and we're just going to loop it through our apple, making sure that we tie it on. And the word fine motor skills allows your child to use their hands to learn how to mobilize and move, learning how to go inside of things, outside of things by using their little tiny fingers. So with this, we have our little caterpillar. He is able to enter inside our apple. He can come on in, and he can pop right out, and he sees you. He goes right through up there, and that allows your child to even practice little motions of learning how to sew, learning how to go in and out. And I actually kind of broke a little bit there, but that's okay. Accidents happen. And in and out. And there you go. You have created your own little wiggly worm going in and out of your apple. I hope this brings lots of joy to your family. I hope it brings a smile onto your face and onto your child's face. We love and we miss you, and we hope that you're staying safe, and we just look forward to the day to where we're able to be again. Thanks for having me.